Hello subscribers, welcome to a live stream of Wizardry 8. We're playing the vanilla version on normal Iron Man. This is a single character. We're just going to spend all this time grinding, getting our weapon skills up. We're level 2. We did find a heater shield, and this is a brimstone ring. Looks like swords 13. Full arms 20, shields 15, close combat 20. So I'm kind of switching back and forth between the sword and shield and the polearm, which we have a spear right now.
May the good Lady Fortune fight with us. Our foe looks beyond.
See if I can squeeze in here. Fight one at a time. Look like I might be able to. Let's get this one killed. Oh, that one can reach us too.
I have wounds.
Okay.
Blocked. Blocked. Our will prevails.
See if we can get a sneak attack on this. Roaches are the most dangerous in the beginning. Oh, they disappeared. We definitely want to fight slime because they can drop treasure. They have the least chance to penetrate. And they don't have small collision size like roaches, so they can't surround you as easily. Okay.
May the good Lady Fortune fight with us.
This time we're doing this.
Our will prevails.
Should have been another one.
Beyond
There it is.
combat begins. Our will prevails.
Nice. 2 increases on sword. Line, nice.
Beyond guard, combat begins. Our will prevails.
Mythology. Hey Jimmy, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? says this is the run. I can feel it. All those other runs, trash. It always feels like the run, doesn't it? Until it isn't. Oh, we got roaches and bats.
May the good Lady Fortune fight
Holy
with us.
moly.
Like the jackal, the enemy slinks upon us.
Hope we're doing one at a time, buddy. Not two.
Most encouraging.
Nope, not three.
Our foe multiplies.
We get scammed quite often, Jimmy says. Paralyzes our nemesis. Yeah. Paralysis is definitely a scam.
Our foe multiplies.
I did a calculation last time on the languid slime that put us to sleep 3 times in a row. It was 2.7% chance. For what to happen, that was a 2.7% chance. And yet it did. That's when it feels extra scammy. When you know the chance is super low and it still happens. Morning, Zombo. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing today?
Our will prevails.
Good training. 17 sword. 12 shield. Zombo says this 2.7% scam just proves we have the luck to overcome insurmountable odds. True. Come on, I know you're...
May the good Lady Fortune fight with us.
Oh, that one shouldn't be able to reach there. I'm gonna have to back up again. Oh yeah, and somehow that's blocking me. Look at that. It was blocking me when it was right here. I couldn't go here. Training is going quickly, that's for sure. I figured out another scammy thing that the computer does too. So when you do a move attack, you only get one attack.
May the good Lady Fortune fight with us.
You can get multiple swings on that attack, but you only get one attack. The computer gets all of its attacks. So like if you're running from a brigand Not only do they have huge
Our
movement,
foe lurks beyond.
but they get to actually hit you with all 3 attacks.
Our will prevails.
Let's make a list of all the scammy things the computer gets to do that you don't get to do. Ooh, nice. Let's make sure none of these are languids. Oh.
May the good lady Fortune fight with us.
This is a good fight.
Most encouraging.
Everything I was thinking about that I wish the computer showed you is there's 2 separate rolls that happen when a monster tries to hit you. There's a roll for its chance to just hit versus your evasion, and then there's a chance penetrate. They're 2 separate. But it doesn't show you that. And like this here's misleading. It shows an 11 here. But in reality, we only have 4 for anti-penetration. We have evasion of, let's see, we got 4 here. An extra one here. So we have 5 evasion. Where's the other 2 evasion coming from? Oh, it's because I was doing... No, I'm not doing defend. Where's my other 2 coming from? But anyway, if it showed separate, if it didn't put the evasion on this, it would make a lot more sense. Yeah, it still says I have a defensive action. Why does it say that? I'm doing a berserk attack. It's right here. I'm gonna swing and see what it does. It's still showing 7. And now it shows 1. Right now, I think it's showing right after we did the berserk attack what our armor class is. So it was 7 until we started the move. Then once we did the move, it dropped it all the way to 1 and 6. So we lost 6 armor class, 2 being from the defend, which we weren't really doing, but I guess the round before maybe we were. So yeah, you lose 4 armor class from berserking. 4 evasion. Does it show that here? Doesn't... Oh, it switched to spear. Okay. That makes sense now. Because I'm like, why in the heck is it showing that? So it switched to the spear. We didn't get the shield bonus because the next monster is far away. So it does not show you the berserk attack dynamically right here. And then once it pulls up, it would go back to the other weapon. And you'd suddenly get the defense again, like right now. Yeah. Oh, that's the other interesting thing. This showed a +1 from the shield skill when it was on defend. But now that it's not, we don't get the +1 from shield. So doing defense actually causes your shield skill to apply more. That's interesting. Did not know that happened. Huh. So that makes me think I'll have to pay attention, but it might be where you actually can get more out of your shield skill above the limit that you normally get with the given shield type if you do defend. That's interesting. Sambal says, does that mean stealth training would be easier if you set it to defend? Yeah, especially if you had a shield. Yeah, you'd be less likely to get hit, so you'd be less likely to have to spend time healing or running away. Yeah, if you had like a buckler shield or something equipped on a rogue, in theory, you might be able to. I don't know that for sure yet, but I saw a +1 from shield skill when it had done a defend. I'll try it right here. Defend. Swap the weapon. Yeah, see? +1 from shield. Even though it was 0 before I did the defend. And normally you only get the +1 when your shield is 25. So somehow when you do defend, you get the shield skill applies more than when you don't do a defend. It still applies, but not as much. That's interesting. Kind of surprised the user interface shows you that. Because usually it doesn't seem to show you a lot of things. Like the Berserk attack, it doesn't show you how much it affects your chance to hit and all that.
Our will prevails.
22 sword. Nice. This is another reason why I like slimes in the beginning. Get some identification from them. Artifacts.
A million thanks.
Did any? Yeah, we did. It went up by 1. Nice. Gotta get that to 18, then we can identify the next category. Which I think we might be able to identify the brimstone ring at that point. Maybe. That's a green. That's a green.
May the good lady Fortune fight with us.
Nice. This one here might be languid. It's not within vision yet. This is a hefty fellow, 19 hit points. They're all green, good.
Most encouraging. Praise Fortune for my victory.
Wait. Okay, that was the spear. It wasn't within close range? That's weird. Oh, the weapon needs to be swapped. There we go.
Our will prevails.
Nice. Healing potions for free. Good training there. Makes me wonder if I'll have to test that later too, if the shield skill can actually increase your defense without even having a shield. Okay, that's a languid. It's worth 1,000 experience. We need to.
May the good lady Fortune fight with us.
Hate fighting
Our
those.
will prevails. Be on guard. Combat begins. Our will prevails.
Sword in close combat. Roaches. Come on, quit getting stuck on the wall.
May the good lady Fortune fight with us.
Nice. More slime. That's a green. That's a green.
May the good Lady Fortune fight with us.
Oh, there's roaches right here. See if I can sneak over here before they block it. Barely moving. Oh, stopped.
Out of range.
Getting out of range. Alright, now we can use some stamina.
I have wounds.
More bullet stones. Good grinding.
Our will prevails.
2 sets. Nice.
A million thanks.
This should give us our 18 artifacts. This many bullet stones. $17. Get one more. Then we can't get any more identification. Artifact increases from bullet stones. Once we hit 18. Yep. Okay. There we go. Now we can ID that. Can ID the stink bombs. Perfect. More roaches waiting to scam us. Come on, you cheater.
Our will prevails. Our foe lurks beyond. Beyond. Our will prevails.
Shield of 18, sword 27. Nice. Quit giving me roaches. And quit getting hung up on the wall. You're trying to go through the wall. Come on, cheat.
Beyond. Combat begins. Beyond guard. Combat begins. Out of range. Most encouraging. Our will prevails.
We get like an increase almost every single fight, even though it's just a couple rounds. Due to higher strength and dexterity, it's pretty sweet. Close combat is senses and intelligence, so that's really funny to get increases with this lizard man. I think we have 25 and 35 on those. 30, yeah, 25 and 30. That's terrible. go. What is that? Bats? Yeah.
May the good Lady Fortune fight with us. Our will prevails.
19 shield. Need 6 more points on that. Yeah, 1 second, guys. Let my dog out real quick. Okay, everyone, I'm back. Let's continue this attack skill increase. I'm not sure if you're still here, Hey Keg, but if you are, welcome to the stream and thanks for the follow. I'm really bad about seeing when someone follows. Okay, good. We got something here. Those are green slimes.
May the good Lady Fortune fight with us.
Zomble says I'm on a 60 plus streak now. I can't risk it. Oh, will there be another stream today? At what time? I don't know. Usually I stream twice on Saturday. Probably be or afternoon at some point. I don't plan when I do it. Just do it when I have time and doesn't interfere with my other life activities. It's a big block streak though. Wow, nice. We didn't have any misses there. Sword 29, close combat 27. Sweet. Hey Jeff, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? The best part of waking up is DeForte's stream on Twitch, he says. Well, thank you. How have you been doing, Jeff? And what have you been streaming? I haven't been able to catch any of your streams. I don't think I've seen you streaming a whole lot lately. Work busy, probably. Jeffertainment. You doing pretty good? You're so sad to hear about the news about Moody, but we have his old YouTube archives to look back on. Yeah, I completely agree. That was a tragedy. He was such a good guy. But yep, can live on forever with his videos there. Hopefully they will stay up for a long time. And I don't know if I don't know how that works. Like, I'm assuming at some point YouTube, for example, will, if a person hasn't logged in so long, they'll just start deleting content. So I should probably start trying to download and archive his videos in case something like that happened. I could upload them somewhere else. Because I don't know how that works. And I mean, eventually YouTube will be gone. Who knows how far in the future? 30, 50 years, there may be no YouTube. You never know. So we got to keep his legacy alive somehow. Zomble says, I know Facebook has special policies specifically for family members when a situation like this happens. Yeah, that makes sense. Jeff says, yeah, sorry to bring the mood pun down. I think his YouTube should be safe, but we might want to archive them. Yeah, I will definitely do that over time. Because not every single platform on this planet will be gone at some point. So they just need to be perpetually uploaded, archived somewhere else, throughout time. And someone else could do it when I'm dead. They could keep it alive. But no, it doesn't bring down mood. Moody files, that's right. We all have good memories of them. Hey, Rook, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? It says, what YouTube channel are you talking about? Moody Mystery. John Moody was his name. He was very entertaining, friendly, fun person. Passed away recently. He was on pretty much every stream that I ever had. Very loyal follower and friend. A monument of RPG madness and avatarhood. That's right. Samble says everything will be gone. It'll be a wasteland like Fallout, and we'll still be playing Wizardry on next generation virtual reality glasses using diesel generators. Sort of 30, nice. Yeah, huddled around a campfire. That's funny. Feels good, man. Old games. That is right. Roaches. We do not want to fight these out in the open, these scammers.
Be on guard. Combat begins.
Yeah, look, it already scammed us. So even though it's right here, it's not allowing us to go back here. This is considered blocking us. Scammed by the roaches. Sword 31. Wow, we're getting up there. Jeff says D Forte status equals scammed. Happens a lot in Wizardry. Probably one of the biggest challenges is trying to figure out ways around the computer scams, knowing which ones there are. I feel like almost every time I stream this solo run, I discover a new type of scam I haven't seen yet. It's crazy. All right, this time we're not getting out of this corner. We're gonna have them come up and we're gonna try to get them aggroed. Yeah, here we go. Come on. You see us here. What are you doing? There we go. You're doing well. Glad to hear that, Rook. I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Just looked up his YouTube channel. It's kind of nice that he has so many videos. Like if a family member or someone misses him, so much content they could watch. Almost like watching old videos of family videos of the past. Yes, exactly.
Our will prevails. Our foe lurks beyond.
Scammer. Samble says the next scam is for the roaches to surround you while sleeping and ask you for Amazon gift cards when you wake up. That's funny. I have seen that scam, not the Amazon, but where when you rest in here, suddenly spiders are behind you. I've seen that scam.
Combat begins.
From the IROs. It's always the gift cards, Jeff says. Yeah. Oh, I kind of have a sad story, but that happened to my neighbor. She's I won't say elderly, but she's older, and you know, I teach cybersecurity classes, or I have at the community colleges around here, and so she knew I did security related stuff with computers, and she asked if I could come over and help her with something. And long story short, she
Good Lady Fortune, fight with us.
she gave so much money, bought so much money in gift cards, being scammed that her computer had been hacked. It was staggering how much money. It was really, really sad. I mean, I'm talking over 4 digits of dollars that she lost.
Our will prevails.
And, you know, there's really nothing you can do about it at that point. It was a really sad situation. All I could do is tell her tips about the future, you know, like what not to do and signs and stuff. But that's just so sad to me when people scam older people that, you know, don't really understand technology or situations or whatever. It's terrible. Hey, Claus, welcome to the stream. How are you doing?
Our will prevails.
34 sword. Holy moly. Yeah, it is despicable, Jeff. I agree. Yeah, the some of the best videos. I think someone mentioned it maybe even yesterday. I don't know if that was you, Zombel, but um, when they scam the scammers, I love those videos. There's like a whole scam center, a bunch of scam centers, like in India, for example, and they have cameras and stuff in their workplaces. And I love when hackers hack into their places and mess with them. That's the best. And they're so far removed from reality. They don't see how much they're, hurting people and stealing and everything. It's the weirdest thing. It's almost like video game situation because you don't see the anguish on the people's faces or anything. Like it's almost like virtual. So they don't really consider it being bad. It's just so weird. Yeah, the scale is huge. Yeah, it's nuts. Plus is, by the way, pretty sure number of saves and directories no impact whatsoever. I make hard saves during teleplays and accumulate hundreds, then remove them all in one go. Should have been noticed if the change is something in this game. I am hitting a lot more. I'm hitting a lot more this run. Like we're hardly ever missing. But I don't know if the save game file had anything to do with that or not. Or at least I don't know if it's tracking how many times you've played or how often or what. But yeah, I am hitting like crazy now. Zomble says because they live in such low cost countries, that a single 4-digit payoff can pay a year's salary. Yeah, absolutely. It's so cost effective for them, they will never stop. Yeah. Yep. It's a shame, isn't it? Most people don't fall for it, but like you said, all it takes is one or two people, especially, an older person. It's easy to confuse. Not too far off, and we should start getting a second attack. We have 35 sword, 28 close combat. Assuming once I get sword in the either high 40s or low 50s, we might start getting that second attack. Jeff says, yeah, and for them, it's just some random rich person that doesn't share their culture, so who cares? Yeah, exactly. You love the scammer videos. Do not redeem it. Yes. Oh, that's so good. Claus says, by the way, it would be cool if a game notes the number of reloads and can decide to reload on its own, displaying messages like, so you did this so many times, I'm going to reload now. That would be funny. Actually, I do remember an interview with Brenda. Her name at the time was Brathwaite. Brenda Romero. She talked about that in the interview, that they put in logic that would, if someone's trying to cheat, that it will detect it and give them a harder time with things. And I could swear that if you quit and reload and do that a bunch of times, you do start getting a lot more monsters. Like they just put them in there. I can swear that happened when I tested that a long time ago. So while they're not doing the messages exactly, they are, I think they are doing something to try to prevent just the quit, especially an Iron Man run. Quit, reload, quit, reload. Zomble says it'd be much easier to tell scammers if all the genuine call centers and support lines weren't outsourced to India too. It's impossible to tell which is which. Hmm. The crazy thing to me too, it's something we don't really think about, but that would never happen if we didn't have digital currency. I mean, just imagine if if there wasn't such a thing and we all had to have physical currency and that was the only way to spend money. Like, whether it's silver coins, paper money, it doesn't matter. But if you did that, you could never, ever scam someone remotely. Of course, you can't buy things remotely either. You know, not without having it shipped or having someone deliver the money and then have them bring the goods, you know, that kind of thing. But you wouldn't get scammed like that.
May the good lady fortune
Just makes you wonder how many things we've done to make our lives easier is actually setting us up for more problems that we just never really thought about. They'll be replaced with AI soon enough, Jeff says. Yeah, that's a good and scary point. Zumble says, I hate gift cards. Every time I see gift cards as gift, I tell people just give cash. Hey, Sever, welcome to the stream. How are you doing?
be on guard. Combat begins. Our will prevails.
Jeff says, you'll never take my credit card away for the free cashback, Sir Forte. That's the ultimate scam. Yeah, just think of all the things that would change if you had to do everything physically. You'd have no stock market, no trading that way. Everything would have to be done. It'd be insane. Just think about that. The old days where everything was physical. It's kind of hard to wrap my mind around what it would even be like in today's times with something like that. No, you couldn't even have a stock market because, like, you'd have to have contracts signed up right there physically, like on the fly, promising you a certain number of shares in a company. But shares are virtual, you know, that's not even real. So basically, what I'm talking about is everything that was physical, that was the only way to represent money. So you couldn't really invest in a company because there's nothing physical about that. Like you can buy objects, you could pay for a service or whatever. Yeah, it's just hard to imagine that. It'd be similar, I guess, to a service where you'd have a contract and make an agreement. It'd be bizarre. Yeah, well, you'd have a paper certificate, right? It'd kind of be like a contract almost. But even then, I mean, you'd have to have court systems to do that. Because if you if you go back way back before even courts and judicial systems existed, everything was physical. There wasn't even a concept of a contract. So you might barter, and trade something, but it's immediate. It's not like it's like, here, I'm going to give you this gun, you give me this, this pelt or whatever. That's what I'm trying to wrap my head around, is if we were back in those times before contracts or any kind of thing like that, everything would have to be done immediately. Like, right now I'm giving you this, I get this. That would be really rough. It'd be so bizarre to try to go back to something like that in today's times, wouldn't it? Class is pretty sure the world would be a better place if we had no stock markets. There's good and bad in everything. Yeah, good and bad in everything, for sure. It's always a trade-off. Come on, monsters, we need some training here. Deborah says, dang it, I don't want to be thinking about work and stocks on Saturday, convention weekend. But here I am, talking about stocks on streams, no less. Yeah, that's why I'm not reading. I'm reading what everybody's typing, but I'm not talking about it as much. Because I know people come here for the gaming, and I don't mind talking about stuff like that a little bit on the stream. And I definitely don't care if other people talk about things in the chat themselves, but for people watching this, I don't want to talk non-gaming too much. They come here for Wizardry 8 scams. Zombo feels like the 90s were perfect time, to be honest. I know a lot of people like the 50s and 60s more. And Jeff says 90s was peak. Hey Tim, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? More Wizardry scams? Not today. Yesterday, yeah. Glad to hear you're doing great, Tim. I'm doing great as well. Saturday, it's a 3-day weekend here. Hopefully you guys have 3-day weekends too. I know my friends over in Europe probably don't, or wherever. Non-US citizens, I'll say. 3-day weekend for you too, Tim? Nice. Oh, you're in Canada, Zombo. Okay. He says we had a 3-day in Canada last week. Nice. Okay, finally we got something. What is it? Green slime. Perfect. Oh, it's only one. That's okay. So ready for it? Yeah. Memorial Day weekend. Zombel says the 3-day weekend makes the following work week pass quicker. So I am still experiencing that holiday. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's a double whammy. It's a double win. We're trying to get to 2 attacks with this character. If we get sword and close combat high enough, hoping I can do it within this stream, but it really depends on how many monsters are spawning. Right now it's been pretty light. Plus says, by the way, scams. The chance to fall asleep on 3 hits with 40% and 25% resistance 4. It's actually 2.7, Claus. It's 2.7, not 4.8. But yeah, sometimes it is a distortion of perception of what you think it should be. The reason why I was saying that that was a complete scam is because that's happened to me several times, a situation like that. So while that one was 2.7%, which is very rare, I've had like 3 or 4 situations like that the past, I'd say 5 streams. So it's so many that's what makes me be like, man, that's a scam. But I get your point. Yeah, sometimes you do think something seems less likely, but because it happens so frequently, you're doing something so often that it can make a 2.7% look like it happens a lot more. Jeff says, come to D Forte for the Wizzy 8 super plays. Stay for the Wizzy 8 super scams. Yeah.
Be on guard. Combat begins.
Yeah, 2.7%. And it just felt like, since it happened so early in the run, that's what made it feel extra scammy. It was like, what? Are you serious? Zombel says if there was some tricky code, maybe it would hide it somewhere outside the save folder. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. Like I was saying on stream, I'd like to disassemble the binaries at some point and take a look at what they're doing in certain situations. But I'm not going to commit to doing that because I've got so many things I want to work on. But I might play with it at some point. Come on, Roach. How many are there? There's a lot.
Out of range. May the good lady.
Now we should be able to back up. As long as this one doesn't scam us with collision. Okay, cool. I'm actually going to keep attacking the ones back here, since he's blocked the doorway. Tim says somebody from Surtech is laughing. Exactly. Maybe you should live stream the reverse engineering code. No, it would be so boring to watch. It'll take a really long time to figure out even the bare minimum of what's happening.
Be on guard.
I'm
Combat
talking
begins.
hours.
Our will prevails.
It takes a really long time to disassemble and understand what assembly language is doing, assembly code. Yeah, Claus, what I would do, because your formula is wrong, go to either ChatGPT or better yet, go to Microsoft Copilot and put it on Deep Think and type in the situation, and it'll come back with 2.7%. It'll show you all the calculations and formulas. You'll have a 500 watch streak probably. Imagine a Wizardry 8 remastered, Jeff says. Oh yeah. That would be insane. I mean, it's not a whole lot to remaster. To me, graphics don't matter much in an RPG. And there's just a lot of bug fixes you could do. That's what I would focus on. Because we can already mod it and add in all kinds of stuff. There's some things I'd really like to fix, though. I experienced a weird one the other day where we berserked with the bullwhip. And it didn't do double damage. It didn't say ×2. It said you did 1 damage. That's a bug. It should always say ×2. And you should never be able to get 1 damage with the bullwhip when you had 30% strength bonus on top of it. It should have done 1 point. If you do 1 damage, which is the minimum a whip can do, it should do 2.6 damage. So even if you round down, it should do a minimum of a 2. Or it should do 0. And somehow we got 1 damage, which makes 0 sense because the enemy did not have damage reduction. So I still think that it does some weird things behind the scene that we don't know about, with potentially reducing damage at times. That's probably the scam aspect that we don't know about yet. Like, oh, you've played this 500 times. We're going to reduce damage by a percentage. I mean, who knows what it could be. Zomble says, I think a modern remaster would only add graphics. Jeff says, I love asking it for Wizzy tips and then saying, you idiot, you can't even do that. Yeah. Yeah. I have found ChatGPT gets many things wrong. That I started using Microsoft Copilot and putting it on Deep Think, and it does a lot better. It does a lot better.
May the good Lady Fortune fight with us.
Still gets things wrong, because there's things I'm 100% sure about, because I know all about it, and it'll still be wrong, and then I'll tell it. And then the funny thing is, it doesn't really apologize, the Microsoft one. It tries to almost act like, oh yeah, that's what I was saying. It's almost like it agrees with what you say, but it doesn't want to admit it was wrong. So it was kind of like, it'll repeat back what it said, but it'll kind of integrate in what you said. And then it'll say like, oh, I hope that helps to clarify it. It's like, no, what you said was wrong. It's very entertaining. Sample says, I still remember being so hyped for Wizardry 8. I was in grade 7 when I finally saw a trailer, and my mind was blown. Also, a demo came out, which only had the lower monastery. Oh, really? That's cool. I didn't even know about Wizardry when it came out because I had my first job. I was like 2 years into having graduated. doing my first software development job, so didn't even know about it. Clause says if you assign 0d0 plus 0 damage to a weapon, it will cause 1, regardless of target's anti-penetration armor class. Yeah, but the Berserk attack does double damage. That's my point. So you'd always do at least 2 damage. You either do 0 or 2. Because of Berserk. So it's a bug. Jeff says AI is kind of like when you realize that a news source you trust is actually full of it when they do a report on something you're an expert on. Wait, if they're wrong about this, then what about the stuff I'm unfamiliar with? Yeah, exactly. Klaus says the AI is thought patterns of human behavior. Not surprising to see that reaction on their own flaws. Let's see where our sword is. Still have 1 attack. Yep. Sword's 37. Close combat 31. I'm really surprised close combat is that high when I have 25 senses. Or 25 intelligence, 30 senses. Because that's what the controlling attributes are for that. Well, this is with the bonus of the fighter, so it's actually less than 31. It's probably 26, 27. Oh yeah, so we should be getting, yeah, we're getting +1 evasion here now. Nice. Hey Retro, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Computers are the devil's tool, and by devil I mean me. That's funny. Especially the ZX Specky. Hey there, Asvar. Welcome to the stream. How are you? It says calculators is Imp's tool. Yeah, there's no explanation clause for the Berserk not saying ×2 damage. There's 0. It's a bug. That's the only explanation. Because it always says X2 damage when you Berserk. I have only, out of all the times I've played this, I've only seen it that one time, that last stream, not say X2 damage when I Berserked. It just said 1 damage. So they have a bug in the code somewhere. It's really, really weird. I know you can hit yourself if your weapon skills poorly enough. So I suspect it has something to do with that with Berserk. I suspect they somehow ran the wrong if statement and logic fell somewhere else.
May the good lady Fortune fight with us.
And then they forgot to do the Berserk code. It's the only thing I can think of. Basically, it undid our Berserk. It was like somehow the Berserk command, even though I told it to do it, failed, and it just did a normal attack. Which is really weird.
Our will prevails.
Come on, buggies. All right, I'll come out and kill you then. How about
Where's
that?
the jackal?
Jeff says, "Oh, D4T, you said ZX instead of ZX." Somewhere out there is a Brit crying. That's funny.
I have news.
I hate fighting roaches with this little hit points. The 2x damage was achieved with a whip on Berserk. Since whips don't allow 2 times damage on a helpless target, they may not allow Berserk at all. No, you can Berserk with whips all the time. I do it all the time. And the target, I don't believe, was helpless either. Yeah, it's a bug. Somehow it flipped it from a Berserk attack to a normal attack. And I'm assuming it might have to do with, like I said, you can actually hit yourself or hit another team member if your weapon skill's poor enough. So the only thing I can think of is there's a roll that it does to figure out the chance of that happening. And it must have flipped it to a threshold where you no longer berserked and you just did a normal attack. Which is really weird. It makes me wonder what other kind of combinations could happen. But that's why I want to eventually disassemble and take a look at that code so I can figure out the flaws. It's going to take a really long time. Retro says, speaking of whips, who has subscribed to Jeff's OnlyFans? Let's see, more roaches. Ugh.
May the good lady fortune fight
This
with
should
us.
buy us some time to get back in here. Oh, I think he may have blocked his own roaches. Let's look.
Blocked. Out.
Okay, but we'll just kill him first. Yeah, they're blocking each other. Perfect. Nice.
Our will prevails.
Oh, no training. Could, I guess, go try to hit the... Now my hit points are too low. I was going to say we could try to hit the king crab, but... He'll kill us. I'll end up having to run, I know. I'm not even going to mess with it. Yeah, how much experience do we have? 61,000. Nice. Sambal says, forget OnlyFans. We can watch D Forte do Wizardry and Iron Man only scams. Moody would be proud of that, Zombal. Oh, we got bats. Good.
May the good Lady Fortune fight with us. Our will prevails.
Sword of 40. Still one attack. We're getting close, I think. You blame the Brits for filling your head with such a sense of humor, Retro? Goat jokes. Wells running dry, guys. We had so many monsters coming to kill us. Okay, we got some. The roaches, unfortunately, but beggars can't be
May the good
choosers.
Lady Fortune fight with us.
There's only 4. I think he's blocking, hopefully. He was not blocking. This sneaky one came up. The collision size is too small on these.
Our will prevails.
Shield 27. Zombo says, I actually loved watching IT Crowd and even older Mr. Bunn stuff. It seems so much more laid back than the stuff we make nowadays. And Jeff says, speaking of Brits, I find it so funny to look at the population of other countries compared to the US and be like, wow, that's so low. And then you look at India or China and wow, that's too high. Yeah, that's so true. Oh, okay, these are dangerous. Level 2 crustaceans, 25 hit points that can do like triple damage. This is going to be scary. Well, this is weird. I get a black screen with question mark in the right half, 4 dots around it, no video or viewer info. Happens on other Twitch channels too. Oh, Mr. Bean. I was gonna say I haven't heard of Mr. Ben. Let me see here. I think I'm going to try to drive these away. We're going to use our sling. Oh, or they can come forward and I can shoot at them as they just stand there. That works too. Are they seriously just going to stand here the whole time? Wow, they're not even running. Just learned a new way to do throwing training, guys. All right. Usually monsters will run and they can't reach you. Hey, Ageless, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? Jeff says, so because the populations are so high, something can be mildly popular in China or India and just totally flips the popularity of even the most popular Western thing. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I always thought the same thing of like, sports and just any kind of qualification. Like you'll have someone in a small town that like dominates everyone in their school in a sport, for example. And then they get to an area where there was a big city where the population is just so much higher and like just the average person there is as good as that best person because just genetics and you're going against averages and everything. Same concept. You're doing good, Aegis. Glad to hear that. The US TV PBS got you interested in British telly retro? Yeah, I saw Are You Being Served on PBS when I was a kid. That got me into that as well. Yeah, I'm cheesing these, but this was an accidental cheese. I was trying to avoid them. I'm gonna go ahead and equip some more stones. I was trying to avoid these, and they're just standing here and allowing me to keep hitting them and getting throwing training. So hey, why not? Tell that to the cops, Jeff says. Accidental. It was accidental cheese. Holy moly, we just got our throwing to 12 from that. I think it was 1. I think I had 1 point in there. That's amazing. Wow. That was a good cheese. Top news, accidental cheesing leads to amazing new breakthrough. Oh, it's funny. It truly was accidental cheese. I thought they were going to run after 4 turns. I was trying to get them to run away. It's like, nope, we're just going to stand here and let you pelt us. Okay. I will oblige. Gang's all here, Jeff says. Hey, DC, welcome in. How are you doing? DC says, is it? Now that DC's here. We got several followers that aren't here that are regulars. But I know Ageless and Retro are on Jeff's stream a lot. Retro says, tweaked my foot recently doing exercises. Lesson learned, never exercise. Oh, that's funny. Whoa, you just finished a 2.5-hour walk, DC? 30 minutes it was with Pod? Nice. Asia says, yeah, I made it over here from Jeff's originally. Love watching Wizardry, though. Yeah, what have you been streaming? I know DC's been streaming Icewind Dale. He's going to get to Bard's Tale Trilogy. I'm super excited about that. Aegis, what have you been streaming? I know it was something that... I thought it was something you couldn't really get into. Is that right? And Jeff, what have you been streaming? You had trouble sleeping? Hailstorms and the like? Ooh. Wow. The Horde on 3DO? That's what you've been streaming, Jeff? Oop, we got something. What is it? Bats. Okay. Let's see if we can get some training on them.
May the good Lady Fortune fight with us.
Hey, they're advancing. Oh, it's biting me through. Okay, guys, we just got another scam. It's biting me through this. Yeah, see, this is what I expected, retreating behavior.
Praise fortune for my victory.
That's why that was weird with the crabs. So the crabs are different. For some reason, they stay. You were streaming Tornico, but yeah, you weren't getting into it. You'll start that up again soon, just not there yet. That's what it was called. I couldn't remember the name of it. Yeah, I took a step back, yep. Jeff says, LOL, DeForte sounded almost disappointed. The Horde? That's what you've been playing? No, what I meant was... I meant, were you saying Ageless was streaming the Horde? That's funny. Samble says, this is why zoos tell you to never reach your hands out. Exactly. First scam of the day, Tim says. Yep, we knew it was coming, didn't we? I tried to tell my wife about how we use the word scam for everything. And she was kind of looking at me like I was crazy, you know, kind of like an eye like this, like... So you use the word scam for pretty much any kind of topic? I was like, yeah. Anytime something either doesn't go our way or it just seems unfair, we use the word scam. And so now she started using it with things. I was laughing out loud so hard. uh, trying to explain an inside joke. Yeah, exactly. He just says, I think I understand. They can only attack through the bars. The bats were high enough to do that, so when you back up, they ran because they're out of reach. The crabs didn't run. Yes, exactly.
Our will prevails. Oh, combat begins. Our will prevails.
The crabs didn't run because you were still within attack range, but they couldn't attack through the door and couldn't reach the bars. That I'm not sure about. I think they could have still reached through the bars if they had extended range. But I don't think those crabs have extended range. I think they have short range. But I don't know. It's food for thought. I'll have to double check that the next time that happens. They're really rare spawn though. The scammy word spreads to the world, Tim says. DC says it reminds me when I tried to explain ROFL to DC Senior, and he was like, do people really find things so funny they roll on the floor? ROFL LMAO. Just thinking about why that just worked one way and not the other. Welcome to Wizardry 8, Ageless. That is the mystery. Wizardry 8 has so many things that it does that's super weird, whether bug or by design or just a quirk. Which is why it's always interesting to play. You never know what's going to happen. You never know what kind of scam you're going to get. So you always refer to DC Senior, DC. Is your real name officially? Tell us your real name if you want to. You probably have on a stream and I probably missed it, but is the DC an abbreviation for something, or is it legitimately your name and your dad's name? I want to know. Gotta be in the know. Jeff says life is like a box of Wizzy 8. You never know what kind of scams you're gonna get. That's true. He says, LOL, no, it's not my real name. Is it an abbreviation though? Angel said, Ed, your social security number if you would. Retro says, and my mother's maiden name, OFC. Let's see. DC says, so I had to change it because I got stalked from work. So I don't use my real name anywhere anymore. Okay, gotcha. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm glad to know the situation though. So thank you for sharing that. DC does stand for Deckard Cain. Deckard from Blade Runner and Cain from Diablo. Okay, interesting. So you do the same for your dad just out of kindness for him too, doing the DC Senior. Yeah, that's super scary and ridiculous. Getting stalked. It was years ago and you're over it now, just being on the safe side anymore. Yeah, I totally understand. I can't imagine how terrible that would be. Well, now I know. Now we all know. I don't know if others knew that, but thank you for sharing that, because it's good to know. Zombo says, DC from the IRS. Please send me Amazon gift cards. Amount of $500. Yo,
Prevails.
back taxes. Do we have 2 attacks? No, still not. Diablo shoutout. Go Deckard Cain, Zombo says. DC says, and I did owe about 10 years of back taxes back in the day. For real. Jeff says, imagine if you got stalked for your Wizzy 8 opinion. And Tim says, I thought it was DC Comics, lol. Well, here in the United States, there's a lot of people that have names that are abbreviations, like JR. It's the only one I can think of. There's usually like 5 common abbreviation names that people will use. And so I assume DC was possibly that. That's why I wanted to ask. Detective Comics. Yeah, TJ, thank you. JC, MJ, etc. Yes, exactly. JP and PJ must be the millions of those in Canada. Really? JP and PJ? Yeah, I had when I was in grade school, there was a couple kids that used their nickname. So they had a nickname, and I always thought it was the real name because that's how everyone referred to them. And then you find out, like, let's say their nickname was Steve, and then you find out their real name was like Beauregard or something. You're like, wait a minute. I never understood that. So why did the parents name you Beauregard, but then just give you a nickname that's totally different? Why didn't they just call you the nickname? I never understood a situation like that. DC's totally makes sense. But I can't understand why a parent would ever do something like that for their kid in school. You're going to lay down and do some lurking? Okay, DC, it was good seeing you. Yeah, 2.5 hour walk. That's a long walk. MC's another one. I don't remember anybody MC. You were trying to think of Bueller from the movie, reading a comic book somehow. Zomble says, LOL, you know somebody named Beauregard. No, I just made that up because there are people named Beauregard. I know that's a real name. In fact, one of my friends and followers, Bo, that guy Bo on here, his name's really Bo, but I asked him, is that short for Beauregard? And he said, no, it is really Bo. But I do know some people have that name. So that's why I just came up with it. Name scam.
The enemy slinks upon us.
It's a Gorn Captain, 100% real. Tim says, I think D Forte knows my real name is Tim. Yeah, well, like Moody, his name, we all called him Moody, but his name was John. And Saztam, his name's Josh. His name is not, obviously, Saztam. So a lot of people use aliases, but Moody was his last name, John Moody. So Moody Mystery went well with his alias. Lots of people mixing in names and aliases. You never know what you're gonna get. Yeah, Captain Beauregard from Wizardry 7, that's right. There's Scooby-Doo meets the Boo Brothers. There's someone named Beauregard, one of the characters in that.
Our will prevails.
Sword 44, still one attack. You just made up this name with a girlfriend yet at the time, Tim Coolish? Aegis says, I know a guy named Bo and used to work with a guy named Bo with an X. Is that a French name, I'm assuming? Yes, you're right, Tim. Tim said he would say John Moody on his stream sometimes. Yep. Just came up with the name together. Okay, Retro, have a good rest of your day. Thanks for hanging out. Your no video issue was caused by a cascading style sheet setting clause. It's weird. Yeah, same here, Tim. Same here. Asia says, I think that's what they were going for, he said. Like a Louisiana type name. Oh, okay. Yeah, it sounds like you got some kind of update or something there, Claus. That's weird. Or they updated their site, which broke your browser because of an existing setting you had. Tim says flashbacks of him getting excited and yelling into the mic. Yeah, he did do that a lot. Yeah, one of the funniest where I was literally laughing out loud so hard on one of Moody's streams. He was streaming. It was either my Wizardry 7 Balance mod or Wizardry 6 Remaster. I don't remember which one. But he allowed people to name his characters. So one person named a character Butt, B-U-T-T. And of course, Moody honored the request. A character named Butt. And at one point, the character was hit. No. The character was hit by an enemy. And you know how Wizardry 8 has no penetration? You can put two and two together there with what it said. Moody was laughing so hard. He was actually crying. He was laughing so hard. And then that made all of us we were laughing so hard. It was like 5 minutes. Yeah, I thought you were there, Tim. I couldn't remember if you were there, but I thought you were. Oh gosh, it was so funny. He couldn't compose himself for like 5 minutes. Just cracking up. Oh gosh. And the funniest thing was I think we were talking about Kim Kardashian like right before that. So it was you're talking about Kim Kardashian, that has those types of features. And then that happened in the game. Oh my gosh, it was hilarious. You kept laughing too, Tim, yeah. Oh. one of those times where you're laughing so hard you just can't, almost can't catch your breath. I wonder if I could find that video. I wonder if he still has it up on YouTube somewhere. Because I know he didn't export all of his videos. Twitch, you know, cleans them out. That'd be a great one to try to find. It's 44 sword. We're gotta be getting close to getting a second attack. You went to Moody's YouTube page last night, Tim? It's nice to see. Yeah. Oh, monsters. It's weird how you get so many all at once and then they just stop. There we go. Green. Yep.
May the good Lady Fortune fight with us.
I'm almost tempted to train my shield a little bit here. If I get that up to 50 maybe.
Like the jackal, the enemy slinks upon us.
We might be able to start getting one extra evasion. Let's try to defend here for a bit. $36. Oh, we're getting +2. Well, it's because I have it on defend. Oh no.
Yeah.
38. It's going pretty quick. We could have been trading stealth this whole time, Zumble says. Yeah, we would have had to have been a rogue, and we wouldn't be able to use a heater shield. It only trains when you're that class. Nine. Let's get up to 40.
Yeah. Yeah.
There we go. 40. Well, that's with the bonus. It's with the 5 bonus from the heater. Still only +1. Yeah, we need to get it to 50, I think, before we get a +2 there.
Our will prevails.
Nice. 36.
May the good Lady Fortune fight with us. Our will prevails.
Every 25 skill and shield gives a 1 armor class bonus. Yeah, except for when you do the defend. I discovered today that if you do defend with a shield, your skill shield or your shield skill actually can give a bonus earlier, quicker, which is cool. I'll have to see if it can go beyond the bonus. So you always get 2 bonus when you hit defend, but with a shield, it gives with your shield skill a +1 on a light shield even earlier. You don't need 25. So it makes me wonder if you got shield to 100, if you can get either one extra beyond the armor class or if it'll go even higher. I'll have to do some testing on that. I'll have to remember to do that later in the game when we have really high skill. Bats.
May the good Lady Fortune fight with us.
See, it's showing +2 because we're doing a defend, even though our shield skill's only 42. But then as soon as we do the attack, it drops to +1 from shield skill. It's weird.
Our will prevails.
48. Getting close. Yep. Yep, but you even get more with the shield. It applies your shield skill on top of that +2. Earlier, it appears, and I'm wondering if it'll go beyond the limits of the shield itself. I'm assuming it will. So you're kind of getting a double whammy. You're getting, instead of just the 2, you get a 3 bonus from the shield skill. And then you get the shield itself, which the heater's a 3. 6, 7. So right now we'd be getting 7 when we do a defend. Ouch, yeah.
May the good Lady Fortune fight with us.
A lot more shield blocks than normal.
Our will prevails.
Like the jackal, the enemy slinks upon us. Be on guard.
Our will prevails. May the good Lady Fortune fight with us.
Shield a bit more here.
Like the jackal, the enemy slinks upon us.
Big 4. Just need 5 more points to get that +1 with this. $46. 4 more.
I have wounds.
Wow, only 2 more. 48. So, oh, it's already showing the +3. See, that's interesting. Because we have it on defend. We don't have 50 shield yet, but it's already showing +3. But we need to get it to 50 to have +2 when we're not defending. One more. It's being stubborn. There we go. Alright. And that's still going to only show +3, yep. But if we don't do that, it should show +2 now. Perfect. What the?
Like the jackal, the enemy slinks upon us. Our will prevails.
50 sword. Nice. Still two or one attack. This combat's 37. Let's see if we can take on King Crab. My guess is no.
Out of range.
Now you're gonna try. But we have two attacks. We don't have much of a chance with him.
Be on guard. Combat begins. Our will prevails.
46 shield. Roach. Roach City.
May the good Lady Fortune fight with us. Our foe lurks beyond out of range. Be on guard. Combat begins. Our will prevails.
Once we get 2 attacks, if we get a broadsword, we can probably do at least 40 damage max. Per attack. We could potentially do up to like 80 damage in one round with 2 attacks. It'd be unusual, but it's possible. Well's running dry. Okay, there we go.
May the good Lady Fortune fight with us.
Switch to regular attack here instead of berserk, just to get more training. Less likely to kill him.
Our foe lurks beyond.
2. Nice. Roaches.
May the good Lady Fortune fight with us. Our will prevails.
Nice. Yep, they're with experience. 84,000. We probably have. Check real quick. We have at least 6 level ups we could apply. Maybe even 7, getting close to that. So we're at least level 8 or 9. Yeah, we got some good experience, Tim. Once I get 2 attacks, we're going to go kill the spiders upstairs. Go to the upper monastery. Oh, we got more roaches.
May the good Lady Fortune fight with us.
I'm going to try to get out to Arnica Road at level 2 if possible. And then we'll apply a bunch of level ups.
Our will prevails.
55 sword. Nice. That's a heavy hit point.
May the good Lady Fortune fight with us.
Our will prevails.
$50 shield without the heater shield's good, because if I end up finding like a granite shield or something I want to equip, I think I'll get +2 still now. Technology 25 is pretty good. On a non-caster, non-smart. Trying to remember if I opened the coffins with this character. I think I did.
May the good Lady Fortune fight with us. Our will prevails. Out like the jackal, the enemy slink. Our will prevails.
Yeah, that's probably where I got the heater shield.
Locked tight. Like the jackal, the enemy slinks upon us. Beyond. Our will prevails.
One.
Be on guard. Combat begins. Our will prevails.
Still got close combat out of it. Gotta be really close to attacks. You know what's weird? I haven't had a single rat. It's really, really weird.
Be on guard. Combat begins. Our will prevails.
57 sword. So hang on a second, I'm gonna take a quick break here. Okay, everyone, I'm back. Matt Barton would love to see a rat, Tim says. Yeah. He hates rats. He loves to kill them. Thanks, Tim. despises the rat. Limes.
May the good lady fortune
Fight with us.
Good, good. Got some pants. Yeah, drop all kinds of stuff.
our will prevails.
Nice. $91,000 experience. Okay, we're overloaded, so I'm gonna drop some stuff here. You're about.
May the good lady fortune
Fight with us.
I should probably switch back to non-berserk. Get more training. Still one-shot killing him.
our will prevails.
Weapon training has slowed down. Look around a bit. I know there were some healing potions that I never got. Can't see the rest of the stuff because my sense is just too low.
Be on guard. Combat begins. Our will prevails.
Word 58. Roaches.
May the good
Lady
lady
Fortune fight with us.
Our will prevails.
One thing I want to try in the future is trying to get an extra swing early. Because you can, with a Felper, you can get speed up pretty high. I wonder if there's a way to get that. So I get level 2 real early. With a very high initiative weapon like a dagger, maybe.
Be on guard. Combat begins. Our will prevails.
59 sword. Still no 2 attacks. I don't know if level impacts it or not. I think I'm gonna call it for now. We'll stream again later. But yeah, we're getting close, I think, to 2 attacks. So thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.